Hello, good morning, and welcome to week 82, living with Alzheimer's. Now, before we start today has been one of those Alzheimer-y days where things are not quite flowing as well as they should. I've been fiddling about with this video player tablet for some time, trying to get this thing to work. Nothing's really flowing that well today. There might be a few ums and ahs in this video, but I'm going to try and keep as focused as I can. But then again, it's all part of my life with this condition, so we'll do the best we can anyway. Today I want to talk a little bit about making decisions, decision making, and how I think my decisions have changed, or the process that I use to make decisions has changed over the last couple of years. First of all, I just wanted to say that somebody asked a question. I nearly forgot this, and it's not something you hear very often from somebody with dementia. About sleep. That's right, I had a question that I've just got written on a little piece of paper under here, so I don't forget it. Does my dementia affect my sleep? I'm just going to quickly answer that first of all. Not really, it doesn't, no. I think really more. I sleep more than I did before. I have a sleep in the afternoon, and I sleep very well in the evenings. Generally in the afternoons I'll have about an hour-ish. Because I get so mentally and physically tired now, I think sometimes I overdo it a little bit, but that's just stubborn me, trying to live life as normally as I possibly can. And probably overstretching myself. I generally go to bed about 9:30, and I'm generally up about 6 in the morning. So most of the time I sleep very well. I think sometimes if I do have a sleepless night, I don't think it's quite so much the dementia. I think it's just the normal stuff that people have about, not switching our brains off. But anyway, I hope that's answered that. My sleep pattern is not too bad with my dementia, and I'm very fortunate in many aspects of my condition. Anyway, decision making. As you know, I've got Alexa to tell me to have a drink, and as I said earlier, this Alzheimer's can be a sod really sometimes. It can really messes with your head, and I try to keep the conversation flowing, but it doesn't always work. Alexa tells me to make a drink. She suggests that I have lunch, and that's all good and well, and that works very well. Sometimes I think of somebody else in the house when the voices come along. But the problem is that if she says, Peter, have lunch, I don't know what to have for lunch. That part of me that makes that decision of, oh, I will have this or I will have that, is starting to disappear. I open the cupboard sometimes and I have no idea what to have or even how to do it. So it's quite difficult, and my wife can't keep writing everything down on the whiteboard, otherwise we'd have the whole room as one big whiteboard. So it's very difficult as things change to continue to be independent and continue to make these normal everyday decisions. Have a drink. What do I drink? And it's a very simple thing sometimes for me to do, but sometimes I just can't make this decision as to what to have. Time is another thing that's starting to escape me. We have an evening meal every evening that I cook when my wife is at work. It's generally pre-done, and I've just got to heat it up with some vegetables. But doing the vegetables has become a task in the timing of doing the vegetables. They're either virtually raw or they are mush. I can't get my head around the distance of time, if that's the correct term, to get these things how they should be. Whereas I think a year ago, or couple of years ago, these things were very simple tasks and mundane tasks, and they just flowed. It doesn't flow anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. This is a very hard video, very hard work. But that's dementia. We've got to smile about it. So timing and decision making are two issues that have gradually become more prominent as time goes on. If I go cycling with people, or I've got to be at a certain place at a certain time, I'm either extremely early or extremely late. I can't judge and make that decision on I should leave now to get to wherever I need to go. So, yeah, difficult. And these are the hidden parts of dementia, the bits that people don't always understand. It's not just about memory. It's about being able to make decisions, to have judgment, to be normal, if that makes sense. To do all the things that were so simple, but now have become, quite decent mountains to climb in our everyday lives. And these are the things that I think that a lot of people don't understand. They see people like me in the street. They have a chat with us, and we're fine, as I'm sure I've said before. But there's all of this, I don't know, this difficult stuff that is going on in processing everyday tasks and everyday life. I hope this video has been okay. It's difficult for me to gauge it today. It's I wouldn't say it's a difficult day. Is probably the wrong term. I'm sailing the wrong way into the wind on my dementia boat today, and it's bloody hard work, if I can say bloody. Well, I have anyway. But I'm definitely sailing. I'm sailing upstream. I'm not going with it today. But there we go. You know what? It'll be fine. And tomorrow's another day. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for listening. And I don't know if I've made a lot of sense, but I hope I have. Thank you for listening. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. And I shall be here tomorrow. Tomorrow, what am I talking about? I shall be here next week with another video. Probably, hopefully, something a little more structured for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.